has its ups and downs. Turn your pretty face into an ugly frown. Seems that when I fix one thing.
Hello, welcome to The Awakening. I'm your host, Angela Brown. Today's topic for discussion, I'm calling other people's debt. My guest today is Rowena Nelson. She's an attorney, and she's very, very much into what I'm talking about today. So we'll be talking about debt, and we're going to talk about foreclosures, and we're going to talk about those crazy money bills that we go in to, taking your title for your automobile, and you get the money, and you think you're going to sail away and have a good trip. Well, you're going to learn the whole truth of the whole matter, and I hope all of you enjoy it as much as I've enjoyed giving it, because I stayed up half the night thinking about this, and right now my nerves are like this, but it's going to be a great show. Welcome.
Thank you.
Our hands both are freezing.
I know.
Well, what did you think when I called you up and said, come on in, we're going to talk about debt?
I was very delighted because I think it's a very relative and important subject to discuss at this time.
Okay.
It's something not to be ignored based on the current economic crisis that we're having. And so I felt it was very important, and if I could be of assistance to any person that's watching this show, I'd be glad to do it.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it loud.
I am more than delighted to be on the show today, because if one thing I say could help someone who's watching, it would make me feel very happy.
Well, I brought this stack with me like I told you. Like I told you, these credit cards of mine, I've had them for 25 years. It helped me pay school bills. It helped me feed my kids when I was going through a divorce. And then bing, bang, boom, I start going into stores, and I'll take you can see they're all cut up. But they didn't send me a letter. What they did, they were sneaky. I went in to give one of the credit cards, and I was turned down. I've never been turned down in my life.
Right.
I've never been late on a credit card payment. I've never overextended my credit, and a couple of these had a $35,000 limit. But because some stupid asshole out there won't pay their bill, who don't make their payments, I'm paying for what they did. And I don't think it's fair, and that's why I'm mad.
Well, I'm going to pretend to be the creditor for a minute.
Okay.
And if
you're going to take it. You're going to take their side. Okay.
No. I'm just going to tell you how they would react.
Why did they do this to me? Tell me why they did that to me.
What the creditors would say is that, Ms. Brown, when you applied for this credit card, we gave you a disclosure statement. Even though it was written in font 5 and on a tiny piece of paper that you were responsible for reading all of the terms.
But 25 years ago.
25 years ago, it doesn't matter. That's when you signed this agreement. And if we made you agree to 1,000 different terms, so that we could change the interest rate whenever we want to, that we could add late fees whenever we want to, that we could vary the interest rates and the late fees whenever we want to, or if you make consecutive late payments, we could change the rates also. All of these different terms are unfortunately in the agreement. No one ever reads them, including myself. I don't think I've ever read in its entirety any of the agreements, but it's that one little agreement that we signed, and so we are now at the mercy of the credit card company. They will say, look, I didn't have to send you a letter. I mean, you agreed that I can basically do whatever I want to, whenever I want to. So I'm having a hard time with a lot of other debtors who are not paying their credit cards. So because I am, as the creditor, I'm not receiving all of my minimum payments or all of my balances paid in full because of the current economic state, I'm going to take back any open and available credit that you currently have, Ms. Brown, because you're not using it.
But it's none of their damn business as long as I use the cards and send them their payments.
I absolutely agree with you.
This is very close to my heart, because I felt like they stabbed me in my heart and they twisted the knife on me.
They absolutely did.
Yeah.
But that's what they're going to say. But as the debtor, I'm going to be the debtor now.
All right, you're going to be the bank woman so I can take it out on you?
I am going to agree with you because if I was making my payments on time, I never used my card for fraudulent activities or anything like that.
Never had a late fee?
Never had a late fee. I've always had my account in good status. And then if I came home one day after a tough day at work, opened my mail, and there was a letter that said, "Sorry, Miss Brown, you've been a member with us since 1980. Unfortunately, we are going to retake the open line of credit."
But I never even got a letter. That's the thing that was really hurtful. I went into the store to use it, and the guy hollered, "Hey, this card is dead. You can't use it." And I wanted to say, get a microphone so you can really do it real loud. And I mean, that really hurt me because I felt about this tall when I've had such beautiful credit all my life that they would, the common courtesy would have been to send me a letter, call me on the phone.
Right, and some of the creditors do send written notice, some of them don't, as in your case. That's just unfortunate. But the bargaining power between the creditors and, you know, creditors, lenders, and debtors, you know, you're basically like a small ant.
I'm a small peon, little peon on the corner.
And they're the giants. They get to do whatever they want, whenever they want. A couple months ago, our President Obama did say he would put some, you know, a tighter grasp on
I heard that too.
the different practices that they're using. So that's still in the making, and hopefully it will, you know, have a great impact and help people like ourselves that cannot really bargain with the creditors, but we have to stick to whatever we signed to because we had a necessity and we needed this card to make purchases for daily living, just the daily things that
this is what gets me so upset, is that because they made the bad choices. They gave people credit who didn't have a JOB. They didn't have a savings account. They had nothing. They just walked in with a signature. And these money-hungry people out there who got all of this big pile of money, let's say way, way high, they'll give you a house for $1 million when they know damn well you're not going to be able to make the payment. So a good person like me, my credit is snatched back because they're going under. And they're taking my credit away from me to take care of somebody who never was going to pay the damn bill in the first place.
Right. It's unfair all the way around.
I hope so.
It is. It is. You're absolutely correct, because now you have to suffer.
I have to suffer for somebody's bad choice.
Who have made bad choices. And what do? There's very little. I mean, you continue to...
I'll cuss, and I'll scream, and I'll have more shows on it.
Maybe write a letter. Sometimes they will, you know, appeal to your request and make changes. You know, if you make a good argument. So
well, I don't want their credit anymore. I mean, when you stab me one time, you only get one time to do it.
Right.
But I just think people should not be given all the money. You know a lot yourself as an attorney. There's a lot of defaults right now in homes. There's foreclosures on your car. Let's get into some more of this. Tell me what's been coming your way.
Right now, well, you know, as I previously mentioned on one of our earlier shows, Maryland has 30 hot spots for foreclosures. Unfortunately, our county, Prince George's, has 26 hot spots.
Good Lord,
so there are a lot of foreclosures, and some of the viewers are probably seeing, if it's not happening to them, their neighbors, their friends, family, just people in the neighborhood that are experiencing foreclosures. And most times it's not because people don't want to pay their mortgage, but they have so much other debt. Some of them are the credit cards, sometimes car loans, and as you were mentioning earlier. Oh
yeah, the fast money. Bring us in your title and you can run out.
Money.
She'll be laughing with a big pan of money in her hand. Now I'm going to go on that vacation.
Fast, what do they call it?
Vacation to hell. Fast lending, fast money, something like that. Just give them a clear title. Car title, and you're gone. You can go anywhere you want to go with it.
Right, and unfortunately, the bulk of those contracts, they are not looking out for the borrower.